Hey everyone, we are back again at day number 26, just a few more days to go. So hope you have a wonderful day today. Enjoy today's sweet message coming to you from the land of Israel. Beautiful view of Rosh Hanikra. Let's get right into today's message. On Sunday night, Jews around the world are going to begin celebrating the holiday of Rosh Hashanah, or the Jewish New Year. And as part of the celebration, there are a lot of customs that have developed that are very ancient customs. For example, people will take an apple at their meal, dip it in honey, and they will say, Yehi Ratzon, let it be God's will that this should be a good and sweet year. And there will be all kinds of symbols. They'll eat from a pomegranate and say, let it be that this year should be a year filled with good deeds like the seeds of a pomegranate. Or they'll have a fish head on the table, and they will say, let this year be the year that we are the head and not the tail. And there'll be some people have 6, 7, 8 different kinds of fruits or vegetables that symbolize all kinds of wonderful things. But what is the deeper idea behind this? Of course, on the surface level, it's a very beautiful idea. But what is the deeper notion? So let's take an example. Let's say you go to a Mets game, you go to a baseball game, or a Marlins game, wherever you might be, and you are a Mets fan. And you put on a Mets cap and you wear your Mets shirt. And you go there and you're sitting amongst thousands of people watching the game. And many people are wearing the hats. Many people are wearing the shirts in the stands. But you know what? You're not a player. You're just a fan. So why are you wearing the cap? And why are you wearing the shirt? And of course, the players have to wear them, but why are you wearing it? Because when you create an atmosphere, it helps the players achieve what they're trying to achieve. It gives them support. It's not that you're actually playing the game, but you are creating the context for it. And the idea of the symbols is that it's not that if I eat an apple and honey, God is going to give me a sweet year. Or if I eat the pomegranate, I'm going to have many deeds. But it's to help create the atmosphere with which all of that can happen. So it's very important to create atmosphere. And it's not only about doing something, but it's a lot of life is about how we do it. So for example, let's say your son or your daughter asks you to come to their baseball game or the school play so you can watch them. And you go, right? As you should, a good parent, right? And you're there. And the whole time you're sitting there on your cell phone, checking your email, your Facebook, and so on and so forth. So while you might have done what you needed to do, you showed up, but the context with which you did it was not a good one. And so the child may feel very disappointed while you should. Okay, he can't argue with you. You showed up, but how did you do it? And that's the apple and the honey. That's what the symbols represent. It's not always just about doing something. It's about the context of how we do things in life. When you do something nice for someone, you can do it you can do what you need to do. You can give them the money that they need. You can help them, but you could do it with a sourpuss, and you can do it with a face that looks really begrudgingly of the good deed you're trying to do. So that's what these symbols represent. This concept. It's not about the idea simply about dipping the apple in the honey, but it represents something much deeper. And it teaches us a very powerful lesson in life. Whatever you do, don't just do it to the minimum, but create atmosphere and do things in a maximum way. So I wish you all a wonderful, sweet new year, and I'm going to demonstrate how we eat apples dipped in honey. Of course, I don't really like to do this, and I'm not doing it because I like eating apples and honey. But if I'm going to talk about context, I have no choice but to eat my apple dipped in honey, because I'm just going to take one for the team. Here we go. And I made a blessing earlier before already because I took a bite. So have a wonderful day. That is good. Okay, wishing you a sweet new year and the deepest blessings again from the land of Israel. And boy, that apple and honey, that was good, I have to admit. So let's say goodbye to each other with the tunes of Rabbi Shlomo Katz.